At this very moment, many people say the same thing. I can't think anymore. I can't focus. My mind isn't what it used to be. But is that really true? Has thinking disappeared? Or have we stayed too long in a state where thinking cannot grow? The German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer left behind a striking insight. Thought deepens only when the will falls asleep. He believed that thinking does not grow in moments of tension and force, but in moments when effort loosens and the will steps aside. Yet we often misunderstand concentration. We believe immersion means clenching our teeth, squeezing time tighter, and forcing ourselves to stay alert. But the brain does not think deeply in that state. When the body is tense, the brain enters survival mode. In survival mode, the brain does not create, it defends. That is why deep thinking begins, not with pressure, but with relaxation. Sitting in a comfortable chair, releasing the shoulders, letting the breath settle. This is what relaxed focus truly means. For Schopenhauer, this was always the starting point of thought. There are moments when you think deeply and suddenly feel sleepy. Most people treat that moment as failure. I've lost focus. But that moment is often when the mind opens its door. A brief doze, a shallow sleep, does not interrupt thinking. It allows thinking to leap. Many have experienced this. You close your eyes for a moment, and when you open them, the problem feels clearer. That is not coincidence. At the boundary between wakefulness and sleep, the brain begins to connect in a completely different way. This is where an important idea appears. Taking time to think slowly. Slow thinking does not mean doing nothing. It means thinking without urgency, without anxiety, as gently as imagining something pleasant. Schopenhauer believed that when the pressure to solve disappears, thought descends on its own into deeper layers of consciousness. Only stress-free thinking reaches true depth. Modern neuroscience supports this. The brain responds to two kinds of reward: immediate dopamine from stimulation and delayed dopamine from effort and completion. Short videos and constant stimulation deliver dopamine quickly, but they exhaust focus just as fast. On the other hand, solving a small problem by yourself, finding an answer within a short time, activates dopamine in the prefrontal cortex. This shifts the brain into growth mode. That is why small successes matter. As these experiences accumulate, the brain learns that thinking itself is rewarding. And there is something even more important. The brain often becomes smart, not while awake, but while asleep. When relaxed or asleep, the brain activates systems that retrieve long-term memory. That is why, if you think deeply about a problem before going to sleep, your brain continues working on it throughout the night. Ideas that appear in the morning or suddenly during the day are often born during sleep. Schopenhauer described this simply: thought grows at night. So what should we do? The answer is not complicated. We must reclaim control of our attention. The brain is easily drawn to strong stimulation, negative thoughts, constant notifications, endless content. That is why we must choose, intentionally, what we allow ourselves to think about. Once a day, even for just an hour, sit comfortably and gently hold a question you wish to explore. Do not demand an answer. What matters is the belief that I can stay with this question long enough. Thinking retreats when forced. It grows quietly in relaxation, at the border between sleep and wakefulness. Tonight, you do not need to try harder. Before sleeping, hold one thought gently in your mind. It may be growing while you sleep. If today's story has left a small clue in your thinking, you are already on the right path. If these reflections help you, you are welcome to quietly support LifeClues with a like or subscription. We will continue searching for life's clues together. This was LifeClues. Si vol hedem.